You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Bulldog podcast. I am Daniel.
And I am Clint. Welcome back to another episode, another week here on Locked On Bulldogs, here on Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. This week, we are chock full up again. And let me tell you what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about fan stuff. And then wait a second, we're going to talk about more fan stuff. And then I'm going to sneak in an Athens PD segment because I'm coming for you, Athens PD. I ain't done with you. By the way, it is my goal by the start of the season to have an on-air interview with Athens PD where they have no clue who I am. That's my goal before the season starts.
Well, any interview with Athens PD would involve them having no clue who you are. So that
I want to be able to talk to them like they think basically I'm on a 3-year Letterman them into believing I'm some like an actual person. We are not fans or gurus because those don't exist.
We are fans. We're not insiders or gurus.
We're not insiders or gurus. We are fans. That is exactly right.
Sure.
Insiders and gurus don't exist. Fans do. We know this to be true because we are two of them. We are huge dog fans. If you're listening to us over on audio, on Audible, on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, thanks. 5-star rating and review. If you're over on YouTube, how y'all doing? Comment below as you all do. We love interacting with you.
Drop it down there. Love to see it.
Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe. Follow us. It's free to you. Helps us out. Today's podcast is going to be this. We are talking about G-Day one final time because there is still meat on the bone. There's that marrow. Daniel, you gotta get that marrow in there. People forget that thing. You know, get a little nice little clam chowder.
People don't realize.
Marrow?
You go to I'm anxiously awaiting what the podcast is about because Clint was frantically trying to tell me something in pre-production, and I did not. My computer froze. I didn't get a single word of it, and then all of a sudden we were live recording, and so executive producer intern Michael, he is taking the longest lunch in the history of mankind, but he may have just got us. Michael, come back.
He's salutations, he said, but no, we need you, M-Dubs. Here's what we're talking about today. G-Day. Okay. Daniel and I are going to choose. We're going to give you a field. Segment 1, we're going to talk about field of the best performers, and we talked a lot last week. Best performers. Segment 2, Daniel and I are going to choose an offensive dude for this year. So the guy that we are hitching our wagon to. The guy that when his third.
We've done this for now many years in a row, and this is. Yep. It doesn't mean necessarily a lot to a lot of other people, but we take it very seriously because when your dude performs. It is a feather in your cap, is it not, Clint? It's a bit of internal bragging rights.
It is. Now, intern Michael will come back from lunch to troll us when our dude does not perform. When he doesn't perform, we'll get a text from M-Dubs that says, "How's your dude doing today?" We're like, just shut up, man. Like, why are you doing that to me? But when our dude shows out, we come out in full force. Daniel and I will get after each other. So we're going to do offensive and defensive dude for the year. Tell us your dude in the comments below. Hit us up on Twitter, Dawgs Podcast. So Daniel, let's start with the field. Eric Gilbert is a full-grown.
He out there. Okay, I think the dude conversation on offense begins and ends with Brock Bowers. Okay, this is dude number 1. You got Eric Gilbert making a strong case to just insert himself right into that conversation. I don't know if Darnell Washington is a dude yet. You could maybe try to convince me, but I'm not sure Darnell Washington is a dude yet. We shall see. When you go to wide receiver, I think you can make a case for a lot of dudes. Clint. Lad McConkey, he looked like a dude at times last year. Arian Smith, he certainly looked like a dude at G-Day. Kyrus Jackson, that dude's been a dude for quite some time. Don Blaylock, might he regain that dude status that we saw 2 years ago from him? There's a lot of potential there at the wide receiver position.
There's tons. So that's offense. Now, add on top of that, Milton and Kenny Mack, who I think showed in the performance of the passing game quite a bit. So that is offense. Defensive side, we have a lot to choose from as well. Nyland Greed showed some things. No true starter there yet, but showed some flashes. Of course, we got Jalen. It starts with him. He is the best player in the last 4 years to come through Georgia. Maybe longer, depending on what happens this year. We got some replacements at linebacker, some names we don't know quite yet. We didn't talk about Marshall last week, Daniel.
Tresman Marshall, he's got a little spring in his step. He's got a little pop to his game, Clint.
Y'all remember a linebacker maybe on the inside who came back for a senior year and then showed out so incredibly he's going to get drafted first round?
Can't recall.
Recall.
No.
So we got some dude. Lewis Seen gone. Christopher Smith still here. Tyke Smith on injury. We didn't get to see them, or didn't get to see Tyke on G-Day. Got to see Christopher, and he showed out a little bit as well. And then of course Keeley doing Keeley things back there. So
a lot of options, but the question is, if you're going to hitch your wagon to one horse.
One
thoroughbred. And that's the guy that you're going to rely on to say, that's my dude the entire season. Who's it going to be? I might throw a little stipulation on it when we come back. I might see what you have to say, but
I think we need to make some stipulations because
parameters.
Especially on offense.
We need to hone it in quite a little bit. Yes, but we'll do that. We'll get after that. But offensive dudes of the year coming up for Clint and I.
Right after this, Daniel's going to let you know about Built Bar.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Built Bar is the tastiest protein bar on planet Earth. It's so good that I forget to talk about it. Because at this point, honestly, you should know about it. You should know that Built Bar is there.
I see what you did there.
You should know how delicious it is. You should know how many flavors it comes in. Wide variety. All of them candy bar-esque in their texture, in their quality, and in their taste specifically. All of them high in fiber, high in protein, low in sugar. All of them great for whatever ketosis sort of nonsense that you are subjecting your body to. If you
Daniel's in ketosis right now, I could tell.
I'm in something. I'll tell you that. If you are a person that wants delicious tasting things that are also healthy options, healthy alternatives for a snack, a meal replacement, whatever you need, throw some in your glove box, throw some in your desk drawer at work. Built Bar is the tastiest protein bar on planet Earth. And right now you go there, enter the promo code LOCKEDON15. That's LOCKEDON15. You get a 15% off your first order at BuiltBar.com when you enter the promo code LOCKEDON15. BuiltBar.com, the tastiest protein bar on planet Earth.
I want to also about Athletic Greens. Athletic Greens is a fantastic tropical tasting, vitamin-enriched nutrient drink that you get delivered straight to your door. It has incredible minerals, incredible vitamins, all the things that a healthy body needs to grow and to keep going. This is just the health segment. We got protein bars that taste like candy bars. I'm going to give you Athletic Greens that has a tropical taste. Reminds you of maybe
tastes
the
like
Caribbean.
A little tropical drink. You're sitting on the beach. You're sipping this thing out of a hollowed out coconut, Clint.
I mean,
that's the vibe you're going to get. That's the vibe you're going to get.
If you wanted better gut health, Athletic Greens is for you. It's lifestyle friendly, whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free. Look, we're just combining these reads. It's like it's symbiotic. This is fantastic. Subscription comes with a year's supply of vitamin D, which is so important to add into these winter months when we don't get as much sunlight. Many of you who are coming into spring, just T's and P's to everybody north of you because we are not quite yet. Make it easy. Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/college. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/college to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Daniel, let's get to it, shall we?
Some rules. Learn your rules. You better learn your rules. If you don't, you'll be eating in your sleep. This is what I've heard, and so this is what we need to do in this segment.
Here we go.
it's offensive dude of the year, and I'm just going to say there's only one to choose, and the nature of the beast here, we both choose work for. It's not a competition, but it is a bit of a rivalry, so to speak.
It is.
So, based on the fact that one of us gets to choose first, and we can't choose the same person, I think on offense, you must remove Brock Bowers' name from consideration. It has to come right off the board. He's everyone's dude. Okay? Do you understand? He literally owns
when he
SEC
succeeds,
football.
We all succeed. He's the best offensive player in the SEC, therefore the best offensive player in college football. Don't at me. I don't care about you, Florida fan. Stop.
What's the best? What's Florida fan saying? Anthony Richardson called and he wants a vote.
Daniel, I can't with these people. I can't.
What is going to happen this year?
Okay, so Brock Bowers is gone. Everybody else fair game.
Everyone else fair game. And Clint, I'm going to give the honors to you. I'm going to allow you to decide: do you want first pick on offense, or do you want first pick on defense? Now,
we're going to have the same stipulation. Yeah.
I think we are going to take 88 off the board as well on defense. I think it's fair.
Jalen out. He's the best defensive player in the SEC.
These are not opinions. These are facts. We're listing facts now. Okay. Correct. So, do you want first pick on offense or do you want first pick on defense?
Ooh. You know what?
Yeah, I would like to. The pod is only about 25 minutes long, so
give me first pick on D. I'm going to give you the floor on offense.
I'm going to take Stetson Bennett. I'm sorry. That was for you, Weldon Brothers. Love you. Thanks for being here. My dude on offense is a clear choice. I think you've made a horrible mistake because I think there is one choice on offense that is head and shoulders above all the rest. And I think on defense, there are two, maybe three. Mm-hmm. And so I know I'm going to get a really good one. And it's scary to say.
Oh, here we go.
But the guy that I'm taking has never played a snap for the University of Georgia before.
I'm so excited for this.
But this is the dude, Clint. I've seen everything I need to see. Eric Gilbert is that dude for the University of Georgia. And listen, I don't need your opinion. You may feel free to leave your opinions. I do not need it. I'm not interested in it. I will take him, and every time he does something good this year, Clint, I will expect a thank you text to me for allowing you to watch my dude do his thing out on the field. So Eric Gilbert is my choice, and to me, there's a lot of great options, but to me, he is the one that elevates himself above the field.
Now here's a little bit of gamemanship that I do on this. So I'm doing an emotional hedging on this, Daniel, because you know how much I enjoy good. I'm going to tip my hand. I'm going to give you. You know how much I love thumpers in the middle on defense. Okay.
Oh, you do.
So
you do like that.
I had to secure that bag on that side. Okay. I had to make sure it was there. And on offense, look, you said it. He's new. He's in the program. Brock Bowers plays the same position. I'll put in. I don't know what that means anymore. There's competition on that side. There's going to be rotation. And also, I want to cheer for my dude. Not only is my dude when he's going to succeed, I like the feeling of cheering for my dude in the position that I want. And this isn't going to be a sexy pick by any stretch of the imagination. But I think, Daniel, are
you taking Tate Ratledge as your dude? Is that
no, if I was going to take anybody, you know exactly who I would take. That'd be Broderick Jones if I was taking any offensive lineman as my dude. Sure. No, Daniel, I am going to take Kendall Milton as my dude.
Okay. Because it's not a bad pick.
because I think he could be part of the death march. He's done that before, the Kirby death march. I think he's going to be, this offense has already shown to utilize big backs out of the backfield. He's going to be fit. Kenny McIntosh is that, I love him, but he doesn't have that get the nose down. I think Kendall's primed for a big year. I love rooting for that. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about dude on defense. I'm going to go first. But first, we'll let you know about BetOnline. BetOnline is your sports book experts. What do we mean by that, Daniel? We mean this. Bet money on sports. I don't know if you understand how this works, people. You take all the information.
No, I'm starting to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you go to BetOnline and you put money against odds that teams are going to win. Like, can KD and Kyrie come back from a whole 0-3? The answer is no. So
the answer is no, they cannot. No.
And dump money on it and then laugh as you make money and watch KD make a fool of himself. It's a win-win, guys. BetOnline is your sportsbook experts. They are safe. They're reliable. They have excellent systems. Daniel and I do all of our betting there. It's the official BetOnline. It's the official sportsbook of Locked On Bulldogs and Locked On Podcast Network. They do everything well. Get over there. When locks come out this season, you need to be there. So set up everything that you need on BetOnline, your sportsbook experts. Defense now.
Side of the ball. Here we go. Defense wins championships. I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase before. But it does. So if you're going to take that one dude on defense, Clint, 88's off the table, just in case you weren't tuning in for segment 2. 88's off the table, so no Jalen Carter. So if he's your dude, that's fine. Drop him in the comments. But for our purposes, we're taking him off the table. Who's that dude for you? You chipped your hand a little bit.
Oh, I did.
But take us the rest of the way.
Roquan Smith, Nakobe Dean.
Big fans. We're big fans.
Dumas Johnson. Daniel. Give me my boy in the middle who is already shown out athleticism. He's already shown out speed. He's already shown out instinct. He's a player amongst players. Y'all, do you understand? Let me try again to tell you something. Nakobe Dean and Roquan Smith started young on their careers respectively. This is the SEC. This is middle linebacker on huge men up front in trenches, but also spread out offenses. Okay, this is not the Big Ten. This is not the Big 12, where you play safeties at TCU, 8 of them
Praise the Lord.
on the field at a time.
Praise the Lord.
No joke. And it's not Big Ten where just Wisconsin lines up with 400-pounders and says, "Come eat me, I'm coming for you." Nom, 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 nom. That's not what we're about. To play a linebacker in the SEC, you have to be a dude already. And I'm telling you, he's that dude for me, and I love guys in the middle, and it's going to continue a trend of incredible linebacker play.
I like
Dumas
this.
Johnson is my dude.
I like this. You're a little bit speaking this into existence right now. I can see a little bit in your eyes. You're a little bit saying this to yourself.
Emotional hedging. Hedging, like I said.
You're speaking to yourself right now. A lot of you commented linebacker, the weakness of this defense, and look, they have a lot to prove. There's no doubt about that.
That's true.
But we do like some of these guys a bit. And Dumas Johnson certainly, Jamin Dumas Johnson certainly one of the ones that we like. All right, well, you left the two best players on defense. You left the two best players on defense for me, and so I'm not going to try to bury any sort of lead. I'm going to take one of them. I'm not going to. If I were choosing least likely player to make a mistake, it would be Christopher Smith. That's who I would choose. That is the dude. If you're defining dude by guy who's going to be in the right position all season long, period, forever.
He's the Donatello of the Ninja Turtles, Daniel.
Okay, he's got the bow staff. That's what you're trying to say. He's
just steady, consistent all the way through.
I need a weapon that can cut you in half, Clint. That's what I'm trying to say for the dude. Okay, so
give me that katana.
And I think of these two guys, then if we're going to keep the Ninja Turtles theme up, which we obviously are, I think I'm going to go with the guy who I would call the Leonardo of the defense, and that is Mr. Nolan Smith. I think he is the absolute leader of this defense. But not only is he the leader of the defense, he's also playing on the defense. So if you talk about behind, Jalen is the best player, in my opinion, on this defense.
Yes.
And I think when you talk about guys that come back to Georgia, let me ask you a question, Clint. Is there, if he had decided not to come back in 3 days' time, maybe 4 days' time, when the NFL draft rolls around, I don't remember what day it is.
It's 4 days, yeah.
Would Owens have been a very rich man if he had decided not to come back to Georgia?
Not his first 3 years, Daniel. He would not have been rich had he declared. His first 3 years would be, I don't know, maybe 900 comparatively, 900,000 compared to the millions that other guys on Georgia's going to get.
When you come back to Georgia, we see it time and time again. Just look at Devontae White. Just look at Jordan Davis. Just look at Quay Walker. When you come back to Georgia to play a senior season, it is a business decision, y'all.
That's what they call investing in yourself.
And the investment pays dividends. Nolan Smith primed for a big year. You understand?
Yes,
he's going to turn some heads this year. I expect him to lead the team in sacks this year, even though that's not really his game, Clint.
No.
I expect him to be incredibly sound, one of our more sound defenders in the run game, Clint, and lead the team in sacks this year. I expect Nolan Smith to be doing some things that you may have never seen him do before this year.
If you don't think he's not going to cover much more this year in the pass game, you're fooling yourself.
Business
and yes,
decision.
He wants to play 3 downs in the NFL, Daniel. 3 downs, not them 2 downs, special, not them 1 down guys. Okay,
he wants to get paid 3 downs is what he wants, and that is exactly what he's going to do. Give me Nolan Smith.
I don't understand.
My dude.
I don't think you guys understand. Go back and watch Nolan Smith setting an edge against the run is one of the best things that I watch on this defense, and it doesn't get the acclaim it should. He sets a hard post on that side, and no one getting outside of him, Daniel. And it's a thing of beauty. It lets the other guys do their thing. It's amazing. I love it.
I'm going to tell you this. Nolan Smith's already that dude. And so is Keely Ringo, by the way, who's obviously the other guy that I was deciding between. Nolan Smith and Keely Ringo did everything that they needed to do on January the 10th in the year of our Lord, 2022. They did everything they needed to do to be that dude already. Because when Keely Ringo had that pick six, and when Nolan Smith put the baby to sleep at the end of that game, Clint, that is all that we needed to see from those two. And they're both back. And reports of this defense's demise have been greatly exaggerated, Clint. Greatly.
One of the commenters on YouTube commented that it's like going back down, Daniel, to 2019 levels of defense.
Right.
That's what a regression for us is.
But don't talk to me about this offense compared to 2019's offense, because that's going to be significantly different. So we'll be fine. All right, those are the dudes. Let us know in the comments who your dudes are. Hit us up with it, and we'll be back tomorrow. We got a bunch more stuff to cover here on the Locked On Bulldogs podcast, part of Locked On Atlanta and the Locked On Podcast Network. We'll see you guys later.
See you.